Oh, hello. Yeah, I should have a theme tune, really, shouldn't I? I was just messing about there, really. Maybe I should get one of you lot to do me a theme tune. So, how are you all? You good? You good, all one of you? Oh yes, there's a comment. Hello, Mrs. Yeah, it's that time again. I get to do a show, which is really, really nice. So, hello to everybody that's watching me in the UK or Canada or Mars or wherever you're watching. That's really nice. I hope you've had a good day. It's a special day for the people in England. Things have opened up a little bit more, and some of you have been out to the cafes, and some of you, I know, you've been out to have a few beers. So I hope you're not too hyped up. Don't make too much noise. Fortunately, you can't make much noise on Facebook Live. That tends to be me, so that's good. Right, okay. Yeah, timing's good tonight. I'm on after Coronation Street, but I'm before the next Coronation Street. I thought that would be a good spot now that Only Connect's not on anymore. But I have spotted that they've moved Mastermind over, so you know, if you want to go and watch Mastermind, that's absolutely fine. I suppose my Mastermind subject would probably be weird songs about aliens and stuff like that. But anyway, whatever. So we're here for a couple of songs, or a few songs. I know there's not many of us. I'm what is known as a cult artist. At least that's what I think he said. So if you could probably all move your virtual chairs up a bit closer together so it makes it look like there's an audience. Yeah, and this is a song for a small audience, really. I once went to a gig where I saw a lady who was just playing on her own, and it made me think of this. So anyway, this one's called Audience of One, and it's not long, like most of them. Thank you for coming along. You are my audience of one. Even though you're on the phone and not listening to my song, I could sing back things about you, and you wouldn't hear a word, 'cause you've got your head in Instagram, and I find that quite absurd. I practiced hard in the kitchen. I made sure my set was really interesting. Mix of my own stuff and covers to suit my limited ability. You are my audience of one. Whoa, 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 whoa. There you go. That's a short one. I told you it was a short one. That's fine. So if anybody that's watching has dropped by before, I hope you brought your pandas and your aliens. I can see somebody's brought an alien. For my part, I brought my son's panda, which is rather nice. He doesn't get to go out very often these days. But if you are watching Matt, he's alright, he's doing okay. So, do you like vampires? Because I'm going to do a vampire song now, like Jezebel or Drusilla, or something slightly less exotic, like Susan. Yeah, right. This song's got charity shops in it, and today I went somewhere and people were queuing outside of charity shops, not to drop stuff off, but to do some shopping, which is amazing. Anyway, I detract. Susan. I went down to the charity shop down Primrose Road. I think it was Monday. There's lots of stuff in the charity shop, yeah, it's all shiny, shining, and not lots of money. Said I'd like to buy a mirror, please. There's one up there that fits the bill. She said, be very careful, sir, 'cause you don't know what it means. I took the mirror back home to my place down Primrose Road. I think it was Monday. I found a place near the downstairs window. It looked lovely, and then I went out. But when I got home that night, the mirror had moved into the shadows. I quickly turned on the light. I was amazed at what I see. In the mirror I could see her face, but it's not my face, it's from another place. She said her name was Susan. Well, I said okay, but that's kind of unusual. All teeth and scary like a vampire, and that is why I ran. I tell you, I was on the menu. I think we should continue. I went back to the charity shop down Primrose Road. I think it was Tuesday. Said I'd like to bring the mirror back. I don't need it, you can keep all the money. I said, is Susan here? No, she don't work here anymore. She disappeared just yesterday. Nobody knows where she has gone. In the mirror I could see her face, but it's not my face, it's from another place. I said her name was Susan. Well, I said okay, but that's quite unusual. All teeth and scary like a vampire, and that is why I ran. I tell you, I was on the menu. I think we should continue. I pushed the door open, she stood there naked. Said, I'll make you a vampire in the kitchen tonight. I wasn't keen on that, but who am I to say no to Susan? She can be so persuasive. In the mirror I could see her face. It's not my face, it's from another place. She said her name was Susan. Well, I said okay, but that's kind of unusual. All teeth and scary like a vampire, and that is why I ran. I tell you, I was on the menu. I think we should continue. Got through that one all right this time. That makes a refreshing change. Hello to people that have joined. We're a couple of songs in, but you haven't missed much really. You've missed all my best songs. No, okay. Right, the next one is an old one, so I thought I'd take it for a little walk again. It's an old song from good old Smelly Cat, and as far as I can remember, it did make it onto the local radio, where it got sandwiched between a couple of heavy metal tracks, so goodness knows what they thought about it. Anyway, it's about all the rubbish that you find at the end of the road and the side of the road and underneath the road and whatever, and it kind of seems more poignant these days, as there seems to be even more and more rubbish on the roads. So probably thanks to everybody that does that volunteering thing to clean up all our towns and villages and roadside verges, and oh, you're just top guys. Right. So this one is called 5 Odd Socks, and we'll have to see how it goes, because it's been a while. This is the story of the lost and lonely. This is the story of the very unloved. This is a tale of abandonment. No happy endings and no stars up above. One little, two little, three little shoes lying on the One used bra around the back of the car, it's been there since Saturday. All pre-loved, left in a hurry, and they're never ever coming back. 5 old socks and old padlocks and a number plate from the back of a caravan. Purple scarf wrapped around a pole. Lots of tools like a spanner and a hammer, and enough CDs to start your own record shop. And sometimes really retro tapes. Who has tapes these days? Actually, they're coming back into fashion, but anyway. There's an old pop bottle over there, but there's no pop in that bottle over there. Just a Mackey's box that's attracting a fox underneath all the green underwear. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little shoes lying on the motorway. 1 little doll with no arm and no leg lying by the railroad track. Carrots, potatoes, Swedes and a cabbage lying at the edge of the road. Enough for your dinner if you count that chicken you saw about a mile ago. Big gloves, rubber gloves, woolly gloves, old gloves, and don't forget the wellies in many different sizes. Half a dog lead wrapped around a pole. So much wood you can build yourself a shed, and enough car parts to build yourself a limousine. And sometimes dirty magazines. Who reads those these days? Less said about that, the better, I think. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little shoes lying on the motorway. 1 little doll with no arm and no leg lying by the railroad track. 1 used bra around the back of the car, it's been there since Saturday. All pre-loved, left in a hurry, and they're never ever coming back. 5 old socks and old padlocks and a number plate from the back of a caravan. A football scarf wrapped around a pole. Lots of tools like a spanner and a hammer, and enough CDs to start your own record shop. And sometimes really retro tapes. Who has tapes these days? This is the story of the lost and lonely. Wow, that's been a while. Oh, that takes me back a bit. Right. Yeah, managed to get through it without corpsing, which is usually good. Always good, really. Right, apologies now. I failed you a bit. I did promise a competition and I haven't done one yet. And so if you got any ideas, please send them over to this address. It's not an attempt to get you to come back, promise. I was asked actually if I do any serious songs. Well, I do some serious songs. I have written some serious songs, and I might start slipping 1 or 2 in now and again, future shows. That is if you want me to do some future shows. But anyway, this song is quite serious, sort of. And it's about obsession and weird stuff. And that's pretty serious, isn't it? So this one is called If You Loved Me. Hang on, no, before I start, I've got a comment. The best sleepy picture competition. Is that me? Or is that a certain person that's watching? Anyway, you got to think about that. Okay, If You Loved Me. If you loved me, you take the knife out of my back. Stop pointing out the things that I lack. Like any motivation, getting out is difficult, especially since you took my shoes away. If you love me, you stop ruining my dreams. I don't think you know what it means. I'm all shot to bits, it's really getting on my tits, especially as I know you stay awake and watch me sleeping. What happened there? I'm standing by the wheelie bin, wondering if you're ever gonna let me in. Your face pressed to the door, I wonder what the grin is for. I realise you locked me out, no matter how much I scream and shout. I'm stuck here in the garden and I've only got the shed for shelter. If you love me, you'd stop cutting up my clothes and be in such a pain nobody knows. You're so sweet in public, and yes, when we went down the pub, especially when you danced upon the table. I'm in the potting shed, I'm wondering if you're ever gonna go to bed. Then I can use the hammer, break the lock and get inside. In the darkness I cannot find a flipping thing, and I wrap myself in an old dog blanket. I'm hoping I can keep my toes dry. Maybe I should go and live on an island, far away from anyone. That would be nice. Then I realised you'd follow me, and I would be on an island alone with you. That would not be nice. I would wake up screaming about it. If you love me, you stop spending all my cash at car boot sales and bringing home the trash I only sold on Tuesday. I'm only making room, excuse me. When you buy it back, you're losing all our money. All our money. All our money. Maybe I should go and live on an island, far away from anyone. That would be nice. But then I realised you'd follow me, and I would be on an island alone with you. That would not be nice. I would wake up screaming about it. If you love me, if you love me, if you love me. There's some dark stuff going on in that one, aren't there, really? So I guess this one is I guess this one's a medical love song. We have medical love songs. It's a bit intense, really. This one's about weird things, as most of them are. But anyway, shall I tell you the name beforehand? No, it'd probably put you off anyway. You get under my skin like a thorny rose bush, like a rash that needs antihistamine, and like a blackhead I've been cultivating, a wart I'm underestimating. You get under my skin, you get under my skin. You're top of the spot. You're top of the spots. You're not a chicken pox. Better than the skin that I find in my socks. If you were a verruca, then I wouldn't treat you with anything else but the very best medicinal advice. You get under my skin like a thorn in a rose bush, like a rash that needs antihistamine, and you're like a blackhead I've been cultivating, a wart I'm underestimating. Get under my skin, under my skin. You're better than earache, hotter than rheumatic fever, just like a scab that I can't scratch away. If you were gangrene, I couldn't bear to amputate you. I'd live with the smell just to have you here, still attached to me. I'm a hypochondriac with too much time on his hands. God, that was grim, wasn't it? Yeah. It's a love song though. That's not too bad. How you doing anyway? We're getting on. We've got 10 minutes left. My songs are whizzing through a bit quicker than I thought I was going to. What have I got left to do? I've got a Panda song. That's what I've got left to do. So if you've got Pandas, if you haven't, pretend you've got Pandas. I suspect we might have a secret lodger in our house. Why won't anyone tell me about it? I'm worried he will want to wear my clothes. Our shopping bill is frightening me. Hope he doesn't think I'm gonna feed him. Although nothing's missing from the fridge, all the bamboo shoots I bought from Asda, seemingly on a whim, disappeared without a trace. Something big has made a massive hole in the wall. I'm not sure what it is, but if it's a mouse, then it's a big one. You know what? There's a panda living in the bedroom. There's a panda. How do I know? Because the mattress on the bed's all saggy. I'm always standing on the clippings from his toes. There's a giant panda in our house. He's made friends with all my family. Well, maybe except for me, 'cause I think he might be a little scared. He might be a little scared. He might be a little scared. Because I used to hunt pandas. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? Yeah, they're quick. Panda song. That's got me off the good old World Wildlife Fund Christmas card list again, which is great, really. What time's it? 25 past. We've probably got time for a couple more. So let's have a look what we've got. What should we do? Okay. Right, what we'll do is we'll do gosh, I don't know. Hang on. Let's have a look. Okay. We'll try another new one. It's only a short one. It's only a short one. We've all been here. We've all had this dilemma. We're all mature adults now. And you probably remember way back in time you probably borrowed something from somebody that you're probably regretting. Well, this is about borrowing records. I put a note up on Twitter about this the other day. It made people so guilty that they actually got in touch with friends they haven't spoken to for years. They actually fessed up and said, I borrowed some records from you from years and years ago. So I suppose it's been a bit like records reunited. So anyway, this one's a new one and it's called Record Thief, and it asks more questions than it answers. I borrowed a record in 1998, and I was going to use all my skills to make a copy tape. Oh yeah, I must mention, copy tape, that's a really old reference. mixtape, copy tape, whatever. I borrowed a record in 1998, and I was going to use all my skills and make a copy tape. But then we lost touch for so many years, and I gave up on the idea of tapes. I never gave it too much thought until we met up again in 2010. And you became my friend on Facebook. I began to worry again. I wondered if you would be angry, and we agreed to meet at a pub. Our eyes met, we talked for a bit. I tried and tried to avoid the elephant in the room, and then I dived right in, and I said to you, I've borrowed your Kylie and Jason LP. I've still got it, do you want it back? You put your pint down and said to me, I've never owned a Kylie and Jason LP. And with that, you punched me right in the face and said, I'm never gonna see you again. Well, that was a new one, and they're not long, so if you don't like them, that's not a problem really. It must be close to the end now, I think. Yeah, it's getting on now, so thanks very much, guys. I see one or two people have dropped in. Hello. Hope you've enjoyed the little bit that you've seen, or the big bit, or whatever. I thought it's really, really good. I was going to play some requests, but I guess a lot of people don't know the stuff. I suppose they're getting to know it a bit more. If you do know the stuff and you do want a request, and you do think I'm going to get through it without corpsing, then give us a shout, and I'll play it next time. If there's going to be a next time, who knows? As far as I know, I am actually playing again on the 20th of April, as part of the Oswestry Singer-Songwriters gig, online gig thing. So I'll post that up on my various bits and pieces. This week I've managed to actually turn the picture the right way round. It looks good. Well, it looks different anyway. I'm used to seeing it the other way around now. So what I've got, I spent ages drawing this. I've got a Facebook page, and I've got an Instagram page, and they both contain weird stuff and the odd musing here and there, and all sorts of things, and we can have a nice chat about stuff like rubbish and all sorts of stuff. But anyway, okay then, let's finish this thing. If you've got an alien, wave the alien. If you don't know why if you've got an alien but you don't know why you've got an alien, you'll find out in the next few minutes. This song is called The Best Looking Alien, and it's a love song. What it really means is, if you love somebody, it doesn't really matter what the hell. And I've got the wrong chord. Hey ho. Well, I don't care if your legs are red. It must be said you have a massive head. Although you sticky out eyes, you're still the best looking alien in the room. You're the best looking alien in the room. A sticky substance that you left on the floor was a shock, I'm sure, when I opened the door. When you waved at me with all your 6 long arms, you're still the best looking alien in the room. You're the best looking alien in the room. When you look at me with your warm green eye, I get the feeling I'm not getting your full attention. You got another eye on the fly on the ceiling. And although it's endearing, I think you should put the policeman down. You've had all the brains that he had to give, while I can only offer you cheese and onion crisps. And that's all that matters when you love somebody from outer space. That's all that matters when you love somebody from outer space. I fell in love with an alien, and there must be consequences. I surrendered when you broke down my defenses. We share a pizza on a Friday night. She eats all the anchovies, so that's alright. Even though she didn't put her hair on last night, she's still the best looking alien in the room. She's still the best looking alien in the room. In the park we go strolling. I think that they're looking at me. They don't see what I see. They're always wondering where their dogs have gone. And the noise, to be honest, is a very, very high-pitched scream. Even though it doesn't bother me, because I lost most of my hearing at a gig in 2003. But that's all that matters when you love somebody from outer space. And that's all that matters when you love somebody from outer space. I fell in love with an alien, and there must be consequences. I surrendered when you broke down my defenses. Well, I don't care if your legs are red. It must be said you have a massive head. Although you sticky out eyes, you're still best looking alien in the room. You're the best looking alien in the room. Thank you. Well, that's been, oh gosh, that's been actually over half an hour, so you're probably into the second instalment of Corrie now. So anyway, love you and leave you. Hope you've had a good half an hour. Apologies for the drop notes tonight. I think it's just a Monday thing. But yeah, thanks very much everybody. Catch you soon. Bye.